Hey there, lovely people. It's Sean, and I'm back at the lovely place today, and it's a beautiful morning. I'm ready to start cutting some fields. There's a couple of minor things I need to do to the 15-foot RhINO bush hog 3150. Boy, she's dirty. I need to get it under a equipment building, so I got to get those built soon. But what I'm going to try to do, these blades are beat up so bad on this RhINO, so I've got me a little clamp here, and my plan is to try to get a grinder in here and grind this down to a nice little edge, and probably take just a little bit of this off on this side, but obviously I need to mainly grind it right here. And then down underneath, I've got to pull this one around and do the same thing right here on each of these in the center of this belly, the belly of the beast. So I got to do on both sides and the belly. And then I'm going to check that gear oil, and we're going to get to cutting. Let's take a peek and see what the results look like so far. You can definitely see there's some benefit here. It's nice and hot. I feel what's almost an edge. Of course, it's real nicked in a few places, right? But contrary to the other one, you know, it's definitely a whole lot better compared to the other one. Yeah, I'm gonna whip it around, at least get that much done on the other one. I mean, it's certainly not like new, but it's certainly better than it was. I'm going to loosen this up, scoot it over a little, give myself a little bit more room if possible to get in there a little bit better. There we go. This thing is so chewed up. It needs to be taken off and done right. Obviously, I'm trying to get mowing today, and we're just trying to get a little bit better cut. But yeah, it would be really awesome to get these off and get them on some kind of stabilized bench so I can balance these out and do them right. But I think it's going to be more balanced than it was, that's for sure. There's no doubt. By the way, this is a 36 grit sanding disc on this thing. Alright, those two are going to be a whole lot better. Let's move on. That does not feel like the safest angle. Alright, let's keep trying here. That'll be a little better. I'm going to try a different angle on this one. Let's see if this will do any better. That'll do it. All right, we're underneath the belly of the beast, and I think I just came up with a name for this rhino. It's the beast. That's what we're gonna call him from now on. It's the beast. All right, let's turn this over on this other side so I can get a handle on it, and we'll get to grind. And you know, I'm kind of pleased that it's this easy to get to the center blade to grind it. It's just this little section right here. All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a way to stabilize this because it wants to move on me. So let's see if we can figure that out. Okay, I propped a piece of wood under there and angled it. So it's kind of, well, we'll see if it holds. Anyway, we got a little bit better angle here. Let's try it. I don't want to melt the camera here, so we're going to come back just a little bit. That'll do it as well. Oh goodness, that's sharp. Now I just noticed something. I want you guys to look at this with me. Take this block out. Look at this. That don't feel right. Let me look under there and see if that's actually supposed to be happening, or if we got a loose bolt going on here. That's concerning. I don't know. Oh, some of it's right here. There's a lot of threads above that bolt. Doesn't look like it's ever changed. And we get on in there, trying to feel up in here. I feel plenty of threads above this bolt. Same here. Let's get this around. This one looks fine on this one. This one. That and that. So I believe it's just in the actual area up here. I wonder if that's normal. I can't imagine after just a couple, 2.5 seasons, maybe this is my 3rd season of use, that'd be a problem. I bet that's supposed to do that, but you wouldn't think so. We'll do some checking. First thing I want to do is see if this does. And it's got a little play. Not as much. See if that other side does. That'll make you sweat. Okay. This one almost has no play. I'll tell you one thing. You don't want to be cutting with anybody within 100 yards of you and this thing come apart. That's for darn sure. Or you don't even want to be around it if that comes apart. I'm just looking to see if there's that gap right there on this side like there is on the other side, and there is. Okay, I'm going under the belly of the beef. Let's go look. See if I can get you lined up. You see those two nuts right there? I'm gonna see if I can get a light up there at it and possibly tighten those up, see if they're loose at all. They may not be, but we can find out. I'm gonna try a 15/16. That's it. Okay, let's get our impact ready. Just give it a go and see if it's got any give in there. Righty-tighty. I don't sense any movement. I'm gonna get this flashlight and get up top and see if I see those threads moving. Nah, nothing. Now let's turn it around and see about the other side. I gotta get out of the way of this blade. Here we go. Okay, let's give this one a go. Now we got nothing. Again, it's up in that area right there is where we have the movement. So, are there any bolts, any nuts, any bolts on under here? There are, and there's one on each side here. We'll see if that one fits that. And the one in the middle's got a big old cotter pin in it, so it's not moved since we bought this Rhino. So I'm guessing, and I'm hoping I'm right, that that's how it's supposed to be. Please comment and let me know. I'd hate to be using this thing and it come apart. So if someone out there knows if that's supposed to be given like that, please tell me. And in the meantime, I want to see if I can check with the dealer and ask them, but I'm afraid I might not get answers. I could probably reach out to RhINO, who knows? But we're gonna get to cutting here soon. It's the first time I've ever put it on there and it's not just clicked right on and locked. So I'm gonna put some grease down in this area and see if that helps. Probably because I left this PTO shaft outside for a while. Okay, let's get this PTO shaft on there now that we got it all greased up. It's in. Alright, we're going to take this chain, hook it right up here just to keep this sleeve from spinning. And it's time to hook up the hydraulics. Alright, so we bled these hydraulics the best we could inside the tractor on the rear remotes. And now time to get it going. We'll first plug in the electrical right up here. Now let's go. Okay, we're in. I always like making sure that I've expanded the 3-point hitch here up out of the way. This is secured real good before I start pulling this thing. And I'll pull this over to the side just to keep this wrapped wire away from that PTO shaft the best I can. It's certainly got to move as I turn. This is going to go that way. It's going to come back and forth like this. So as long as it's just kind of sitting on the side of this and this is not spinning, we should be good. I did have a bungee cord. As you can see, it's seen better days. It was tied down to here, just kind of keeping it over on this side. I'm going to try to keep an eye on it. All right, well, lovely people, you can see that it's more work to just get prepared than it is to cut, because when I start cutting, this AC is going to be down to cold, and it's going to be up on number 4 for a while because I'm hot, and I can use the cool down. So let's crank it up. And we're going to pull it out. We'll take the pins out. We'll drop the wings when we get on up that way a little bit. And I'm going to check the gearboxes. And then we're going to get to cutting this field finally. First thing I'm going to be doing is cutting my neighbor's field. He's been waiting on me for a couple of weeks. And it's a vacant field. He owns the property, but he doesn't live there. Almost never visits. But he wants me to maintain it for him. And so this is the first cut of the season. And I'm going to do his again this year before I do mine. Hopefully all will go well and I'll be able to finish his today and come up here and get mine completely done tomorrow. But let's see if we can get started. All right, we're just going to go right up here, drop these wings down, probably get on outside of the trees so I won't have to raise them again. All right, we got the wings down. We're going to check the gearbox on this wing, on that wing, in the center above the blade here. And I'm also just checking out all these nuts on this area, and they look to be good. So I don't think we got anything loose like we were concerned about. I've already greased all this, as you can see. I did that on the last video actually. So this has been 2 days of prepping for this cut. Oh man, I look bad. Woo! Okay, this is what it really looks like, okay? This is what it really looks like to get out here and do this stuff. Yeah, I don't know if everybody shows this, and I don't know if anybody wants to see this, but if you're watching right now, you either want to, or I guess you're just bored. I don't know, but we're going to also do that gearbox right up here. Take a look. I'm not going to show all this. I'm going to get this done, and then we're going to get this thing cranked up, and we're going to cut this field. I want you to look how tall this grass is here. If you've watched a previous video, I did some cutting here with some old blades and new blades for my bad boy ZT Elite mower. I changed out some blades and we did a little side-by-side comparison, and I did a lot of work out at the front, and it looks amazing. Did a good job, but enough of that. Let's get this done. So just to let you know, all you do to get these gearboxes, there's a little dipstick right here on this one and on that one and this one in the center. You just unscrew that, pull it out, put it back in, wipe it off, you know, and put it back in and check it. On this one, however, you've got these two like hex head fittings. So I'm going to, I can't remember, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take this one out and see if any oil spills out. If it does, then we're full. We'll put it back on real quick. I don't think it's the bottom one that I have to do that with. I'm hoping it's the top, but right now I'm kind of on a little bit of a tilt here. And so I'm going to go get to some flat land before I do that. So here we are out in the middle of the flat spot. Let's go ahead and grab a towel. Let's grab our tools here. And let's see about popping this thing off. Let's see. All right. Okay. So I bought this set the other day. I really like this professional 33-piece hex bit socket set. It's got standard and metric in there, and so we're bound to have what we need for just about any job, and we'll definitely be able to find something that will fit this. It looks like this takes a standard 5/16. It's got a 3/8 inch drive on it, and we're going to get this off gently, and let's see if some oil comes out of there or not. Okay, I'll do the rest by hand, and we'll see if we get any kind of oil drainage, and I'll try to get it right back in if we do. Yeah, we do. Okay. You see all that oil coming out? I hate doing that test because we lose oil every time, but we know we're full, and so that's great. So let's just pop it back on there. All right. We'll give it a wipe. Make sure we're not losing any more. I think we're good. Very cool. All right, well, these gearboxes are good to go. Everything's been checked, and we're all set. Oh yeah, she's cutting good. I feel like my blade sharpening absolutely improved that cut. Look. Thanks for joining us here at the lovely place, y'all. This video has gotten a little long, and we got a lot more to do, so go ahead and subscribe and like the video if you would, and come on back next Saturday morning, and we will be right here cutting this field and having a big time. Thanks for joining us. God bless you.